JSW Steel is looking to snap up a major stake in Teck Resources metallurgical coal unit to secure supplies for its expansion plans. Group Chairman Sajjan Jindal also told us at the B20 Summit in New Delhi that he wants India to counter U.S. tariffs and Europe's carbon tax with a similar levy.
So I hope that India would also put non-tariff barriers or barriers for importation of steel or
specifically Chinese steel.
Yeah, any steel. I mean, where the state is supporting the industry.
Okay. Speaking of China, Mr. Jindal, how do you view the recovery in the Chinese economy right now? Most people call it tepid, whereas India demand has been fairly strong through the course of the last 2 years. So can you give us a quick overview of how you're looking at demand conditions outside India? Because JSW exports so much steel as well as inside India.
Yeah. I think China particularly, though we read a lot that it's slowing down, it's, the interest rates have been brought down and the real estate market there is slowing down. Our economy is slowing down. But in reality, as far as steel is concerned, we don't see that kind of action or that kind of reaction in China. The steel production still remains very elevated, and they produce over 50% of the whole world's steel production. So, and they are being consumed in China. Their exports have gone up a little bit, but not to that extent that the domestic demand, that which would reflect that the domestic demand has come down. So that's not the case. Europe, on the other hand, has slowed down, and there are clear signs that Europe is struggling at the moment.
Okay, and India?
India is very strong. Yes, as you said, the last 2 years India has been very strong, and I think going forward India will remain strong because of the government spend on infrastructure is very high, and so India remains very strong. I mean, since 2004-05, I have not seen India as strong as it is now.
Let me ask you about your acquisition of Teck's coal or steel-making coal assets, if I can put it that way. I know you've said you're interested. It seems that your interest has only increased over the course of the last several months. Where are you in that transaction?
So Teck is a very high-quality metallurgical coal which we need in India for steel making. Unfortunately, India, we don't have high-quality coking coal in our country. We have low quality, but that also is very limited. So our need for coking coal is very high in a country. It's a strategic asset that we need, a strategic material that we need for making steel. So therefore, Teck is getting divested by Teck Resources, and we as an Indian company, largest Indian steel company, we believe that this could be a very strategic fit for us. So therefore, we are taking a significant stake in Teck.
How much?
So it's between 20 and 40%.
Singularly or in a consortium?
Singularly.
You're looking to purchase 20 to 40%, and there will be other players in the consortium?
There are other steel strategic investors from Japan, from Korea, because these countries we don't have coking coal, so everybody is looking at.
So they're joining hands with you to purchase this asset?
They are taking a stake also in Teck Resources.
And how much is this going to cost you for that 20 to 40%, roughly?
So the total acquisition cost is $8 billion, and so accordingly it would be.
Okay. Mr. Jindal, when do you expect this transaction to close? I have to ask.
We don't know. So it's going on, and there are many things to be put in place. So should happen within a month.
Within a month?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's soon enough.
Yeah.
Not that many things to put in place. Yeah. The one deal, though, that has protracted over time is your interest in the EV space, which you were hoping to acquire. Because, like you've pointed out in several interviews in the past, that it's not an area you have any strength in. You're a steel maker, you're an infrastructure player. This is new for you. Are you still pursuing this? How close are you to any deal? If no deal, are you going to build this on your own? And why do you want to get into electric vehicles?
No, so let me start from your last question, why I want to get into EV, because I believe that the future of mobility in India will be EV-led. It has to be electric vehicles, because We have our own domestic electricity. We don't have our domestic fuel. So therefore, it's imperative for us to manufacture electric
why
cars.
should JSW? I'm not denying the future is EV.
Well,
but what strength does JSW bring to the table?
no, we don't have any strength. I have the passion to do it. So it's not about the strength.
That's a strength.
Right.
Yeah.
So therefore, I really want to do it. And I also feel that we as a country, we have given up our market to our foreign friends from Japan and Korea. They have taken 75% of the market,
The auto
of
market
Indian
in
auto
India.
market, passenger vehicle market. So we really need to up our ante and really push ourselves to capture back the market from the foreign who are now based in India, of course. But my idea is that we must really be the leading players in India and in our home market.
So where
I'm a very Indian, so I believe very strongly about India.
But
And
you were seeking to buy the business of MG in India to be able to get your EV
that's
vehicle.
one of our one of the
EV
areas.
dream. Yeah, is that anywhere close to getting done?
It's close, but it's still it's still not there.
When will it get done?
So we don't know.
Will it
could
get
be.
done? Are you going to build it on your own?
So whether it gets done or not, we are in any case going to build our own.
So you already have a team working on
Yeah.
the EV.
Yeah.
By when? If you don't do a deal, by when do you hope to have?
The car on the road?
Yeah, well, at least even a test version
Yeah. So about a year and a half, between a year and a year and a half, for sure.
built by the JSW group,
Known as JSW.
known as JSW.
Yeah.
But a more consumer-friendly, consumer-facing brand name, I would imagine.
JSW.
JSW.
Yeah.
You're gonna call
BMW,
it-
JSW, like that.